Granted, going to real life for a moment. Yes, we have people like Tyler, the Creator, who's came out as bisexual. You got Isaiah Rashad, who's came out. Even though he's not a rapper, you got Frank Ocean. I do feel like in today's society, people are more accepting of artists or celebrities or actors coming out as gay or bi or whatever your sexuality is. And for one, hey, I support, hey, whatever you're into, hey, live your truth. But I think that's the thing that's still interesting about this fictional storyline with murder is I don't know if like the South would be that open to really accept a rapper who portrayed himself as straight, who's really, homosexual. Hey, what's going on, folks? This is Just My Opinion with Ryan, with yours true, Ryan. Thank you for anyone who's returning to the channel. I truly appreciate it. And if this is your first time here, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and let's wrap. So next Friday, The Pink is back open. P-Valley returns for season 2 after missing the past couple of years for good reason. The whole pandemic threw everything out of order, out of whack. So it opens next Friday, and just want to do a quick recap so we kind of jog our memories to what to expect when it comes to season 2. And I guess the best way I could put it is, what storyline, do you guys like the best? My opinion, I feel like the storyline that really caught my interest the most, I guess maybe because it was the most scandalous, messy, I guess, however you want to put it. But it has to be Murder and Keyshawn and Uncle Clifford and just that whole ordeal. I mean, for those I remember, Murder is the down south, the ruthless rapper, all those other things, he's a thug, this and third. But he is an undercover gay man or homosexual. And he actually has a secret relationship with Uncle Clifford. So I want to see how that goes. The reason why it's so wild, that storyline to me, is because, behind closed doors, he's with Clifford, but in the public eye, he's bunned up with the hottest stripper of P-Valley right now, which is Keyshawn, or hottest stripper in the Pink. And so they had that whole partnership of trying to build Murder's rap career and his social media presence, this and the third. And Keyshawn is, if I'm not mistaken, the only one that knows his secret, the only one that knows who Murder really is. And so I think that's going to be a wild storyline. I definitely want to see how that develops. For those that don't remember, the main character, Haley, she is a Hurricane Katrina survivor who, kind of just finds her way, into the area where P-Valley is. I want to say that it was taking place in Mississippi. I know it's not Georgia, but I want to say like Mississippi is where the location is for, the whole show. If I'm wrong, I'll put it in the edit, so I apologize. But nevertheless, Haley finds her way in the city where P-Valley is, gets hired to be a stripper and so forth. And she's just trying to just keep her head low, make a living, maybe stack some money and see where it goes from there. And of course, the season finale, we did not know the whole time that apparently she did stash away $250,000 from her estranged ex-boyfriend or boyfriend, Montavious. Montavious came looking for her, and things get a little crazy in that Paradise Room between Montavious, Mercedes, Haley, and Uncle Clifford. So Montavious ends up getting shot and killed. That's how that storyline went. And apparently it was Mercedes who, killed Montavious. So I know that has a weight heavy on someone who's not used to killing anyone. And I want to see how that goes. I want to know if they're going to try to play, have a play on Mercedes' mental health, being that she's the one who actually killed a man. Granted, it was a very dangerous situation. Montavious was very violent. If I'm not mistaken, he definitely hit, was straight up fighting Haley and Mercedes. And it wasn't until Clifford came with the gun where things got even more dangerous. So that's what happened with that. I want to know how that goes down. I want to know if, once again, if Mercedes' mental health is going to be a factor in season 2. And I think the character that I like the least, or I hate the most, if you want to say it, is Mercedes' mom, Patrice. Patrice is the all-out church-going woman, things of that nature. But, you know, she's kind of, you know, underhanded and sneaky at the same time. She's the one where Mercedes saved up all this money to build her own dance studio. And Patrice took that money and spent it on something else. Very shady. And, you know, not to get off topic too much, but as a God-fearing man myself, that's kind of one of the struggles I have when it comes to the church as an institution. It's like I said, I'm a God-fearing man, but sometimes it's the people at church that can turn me off because they can be just as shady as some average Joe Blow who knows nothing about church and God, and, you know, just your average Joe Blow from the street. But nevertheless, people like that somewhat get under my skin, to say the least. Because if you think about it, I'm sure we all know people like that. But nevertheless, I know that's going to be something that they touch on. The situation between Mercedes' mental health and the strained relationship she has with her mom. So that's something that I want to, you know, pay close attention to. And on another note, speaking of Keyshawn and Uncle Murder and so forth, and that whole wild thing that got going on, I want to know what's going on with Keyshawn. You know, Keyshawn's husband, I want to say husband. Keyshawn's husband had that big, you know, knockout, drag out fight with the bouncer Diamond. And even though Diamond could have finished him off, it was a wild fight. But even though Diamond could have finished him off, he spared doing any more damage to the boyfriend off of Keyshawn's word. So that seems like a very, very abusive, toxic relationship. Hopefully in season 2, Keyshawn has, you know, progressed her storyline and that she left this abusive situation. And another side note, if anybody has that type of situation, if that person hits you once, you should just leave. No one should be putting your hands on you like that as a man and you being a woman. So there's plenty of helplines and shelters, or hopefully you have some type of support system with family or very close friends around you who you can go to for support if you're in that type of abusive relationship. So as I mentioned, I am looking forward to season 2. It's been way too long, and I'm looking forward to it. And that's another thing that I thought was really cool. I really thought it was very cool how season 1 ended, because if you remember, the Pink was in jeopardy of going out of business throughout the whole damn season. If you know, there was some other guy who was interested in buying the property, and I think turning it into like an extension of like some casino or something like that. And of course, Haley, who did truly have the $250,000, took that money and paid the $250 or whatever the amount was to keep the Pink running. So I thought that was dope. So, and I guess that's another storyline that I almost skipped over. The fact that Haley is going to be partners with Clifford, therefore co-owner of the Pink. So I want to see how she runs things. Will Haley and Clifford bump heads? So many questions that's going to be answered that I hope will get answered in season 2. And shoot, even with Murder, like hopefully, you know, for his rap career, no one finds out, because granted, going to real life for a moment, yes, we have people like Tyler, the Creator, who's came out as bisexual. You got Isaiah Rashad, who's came out. Even though he's not a rapper, you got Frank Ocean. You know, I do feel like in today's society, people are more accepting of artists or celebrities or actors coming out as gay or bi or whatever your sexuality is. And for one, hey, I support, you know, hey, whatever you're into, hey, live your truth. But I think that's the thing that's still interesting about the this fictional storyline with Murder is, I don't know if like the South would be that open to really accept a rapper who portrayed himself as straight, who's really, you know, homosexual. So, and even in real life, I don't think the South would accept someone who was trying to come off as straight, but is actually homosexual. So all those things I think would be very interesting. And if I'm not mistaken, there's also a rumor that Wanda from Snowfall will also be making an appearance to P Valley. So that's going to be interesting to see how that goes as well. Like I said, let's go. I'm looking forward to it. I think this and The Chi will definitely be some of my main go-to shows that I'm going to definitely try to do some recaps and reactions throughout the summer. And yeah, we'll definitely get into The Chi as well, since they're about to start a new season also. So the summer got some stuff, got some heat for us. And P Valley is going to kick it off June 3rd. Let's get into it. Love to hate it. These are just my opinions. Peace.